Hey guys, my name is Ying and I also go by Human. Today I'll be showing you guys my BT9 Alphamon Ouryuken Deck Profile. This is my first iteration of the deck and they are subject to change based on how the meta changes and what I see in the future. So without further ado, let us begin. First, with our rookies, we have 4 Dorumon from BT7. They're your searchers and memory manipulator. So sometimes you need to gain memory, so you can add a source to the Digivolution source, so you can gain the memory. And then we have 4 Ryudomon, also searcher, and giving you decoy. And then we have 2 of the new BT9 Dorumon, which are draw powers for the deck. Very simple. For that new one, when on play, you discard a X antibody card and draw 2. Very simple. Take it as it is. Next, we have our level 4 champions. We have 4 Dorugamon from BT7. It is a blocker and with a DP increase inheritable. We have 4 Dex Dorugamon. It is a blocker and retaliation if it's Digivolve on top of a Dorugamon. And when Digivolving, you can trash a Dex, Def X, or a card with X antibody in its trait to gain 1 memory. So most of the time, you will discard a Ouryumon in this case. You have an Ouryumon in your trash, and you can always get it back using the new Alphamon, which we'll talk about later. Next, we have 1 Grumblemon. This is your hybrid for game when you need 1 more hit. And 1 Ginryumon. It has blocker inheritable. I am opting for the 1 Ginryumon just to have 1 more level 4 to Digivolve, and it is an X antibody trait for me to use Yuji with. Next, level 5s. Very simple. 4 Doru Greymon and 2 Dex Doru Greymons. So our 4 Doru Greymon grants protection for your Alphamon. It will protect you for DP reduction as well as effects that delete it. So fly bullets, they don't work. DP reduction, so Wyvern Breath doesn't work. You want to protect your Alphamons as you go for a game. Next, our Doru Greymon. Dex Doru Greymon, to be exact, is your memory blocker removal. So you can get your extra memory as well as deleting it if you're Digivolving on top of a Doru Greymon. Another thing about these Dex Doru Greymon and Dex Dorugamon, there is 1 additional source for you to use your Alphamon Ouryuken mode with in the future. And our Megas, level 6, we have 3 Alphamon BT9s. It gives you, when Digivolving, you can place 1 X antibody in this trait from a trash to the bottom of the source. Most of the time, you will attach a Ouryumon to the bottom of the source. And then also on your turn, once per turn, when effect places a source to the bottom of this Digimon, you can de-Digivolve 1 your opponent's Digimon. So that way you can de-Digivolve their own Ouryuken mode. You can de-Digivolve their blocker. You can de-Digivolve what you need to. In this meta, a lot of yellow base decks are now playing Sakuyamon. So you want to de-Digivolve their Sakuya so you can remove them from the board and go for game following turn, because chances are you just brought the Alphamon up from racing this turn with their Sakuya on board. We are also playing 1 BT6 Alphamon. BT6 Alphamon has a security ability where if there's a X antibody in play, does not matter if it's your opponent or yours, if they're in play, up to 12 Digimon cannot attack players. So it is very good in a mirror match where you can stop your opponent from attacking and winning the game. Also, it goes to your hand afterwards where you can go for a clapback because you have your own raising area, your own Digimon to raising, and you have your Tamers all set up because of all the security they already checked. Next, we have, of course, our win condition, 3 Alphamon Ouryuken. So Alphamon Ouryuken can digivolve for 3 if you have an Alphamon with a Ouryumon as its source. So it cannot be reversed. Alphamon must be the top, and then Ouryumon must be somewhere in between in the source. So when digivolving, it deletes all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. It looks at play cost, it doesn't look at their level or their DP. And then at the end of the turn, once per turn, you may return up to 7 non-DGA cards with X antibody in this trait from the Digimon Digivolutions cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. If you do, gain 1 memory for each card returned. Most time you will return your Dex Dorugreymon, that's 1. Your Dex Dorugamon, that's 2. Your Dorugamon, that's 3. Dorumon, 4. And then anything else in between. Also, another thing about there's chances are you have one more card, and that card will be the card you put under your source from using your Dorugreymon. So Dorugreymon Digivolve, you tuck another card under it. So that's 5 extra memory. You Digivolve for 3. Essentially, you gain 2 memory, but you end up having a 16,000 DP Alphamon Ouryuken versus a 11,000 DP Alphamon. And you delete something while you do so. Next, we have our Tamers. We have 2 Kota Domoto, where it's a memory setter and searcher for your deck. It searches every X antibody card with a trait. For Yuji Musia, it's both your draw power, source manipulator. It also gives you extra memory when you raise up an X antibody card. And 3 Cool Boys, where on play you can search for a card with X antibody in its trait and 1 option card with X antibody in its trait among them to your hand. There's a searcher, memory gain, and draw power. So the X antibody option also has X antibody in its trait for you to add it to your hand. So a lot of searching, a lot of cards you can add to your hand. You can set up for the future turns that way. Next, we have our options: 2 Congo, 2 Black Memory Boost, 1 X Antibodies option. The X Antibody option is an extra source for your Alphamon to put to the bottom of your deck. Another thing about it, you can always attack with your Alphamon, and when attacking, use the X Antibody options when attacking effect to digivolve into your Ouryuken while attacking, get its effect, and then after all the effects resolve, restand it with Ouryumon, and then gain your memory afterwards. Congo, until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's Digimon with play cost 7 or less can attack players. This is very good in the Metal Guru matchup where Garurumon cannot attack because it's only a 6 play cost. It also protects you from a hybrid for game, as all hybrids are 7 play costs or less. And then our Black Memory Boost, it helps with consistency, get your pieces, and set up for follow-up turn plays. Here's our overview. The full deck list is right here on the side, and I'll also show the most common combo and what you need to start it. So at minimum, to start with a start of 2 memory, you have a Dorugamon in raising area with a Dorumon in the source, as well as 1 Yuji in the battle area. In this case, when you raise it, you go up to 3 memory, you digivolve into a Dex Dorugamon for 0, and then discard an Ouryumon or any other card, honestly, with X antibody in the straight, and you gain a memory. You're now at 4 memory. At that point, you now digivolve into a Dorugreymon. Dorugreymon will now add a Dorumon, specifically a Dorumon under to its source. This way, it will gain a memory for the Dorumon and the Dorumon already in a source. You will get 2 extra memory. You go to 3. And then from here, Dex Dorugreymon will now digivolve into a Dex Dorugreymon. For 1, discard an X antibody card. You'll go back to 3 memory. And from there, you digivolve into a BT9 Alphamon, adding an Ouryumon from your trash to its source. Now you have the biggest stack you can ask for playing the deck. And you can go into Ouryuken mode right after, or you can use the X antibody option, add another source, attack with it, then digivolve into Ouryuken mode. This way you can move up to, I think, 6 sources, if I remember correctly, to the bottom of your deck, keeping a Greymon and Ouryumon in a source while gaining all the extra memory. You get same 6 memory, swing for 2, restand, you can swing for 2 more. Maybe you have another Yuji in your hand, you could play that. There are a lot of things you can do in this deck. Very minimal memory you need to start the whole combo off. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you like the short explanation of the common combos that you can do. Maybe there are a lot more complex combos you can do. There are a lot more complex setups. But overall, if you have the perfect hand, perfect setup, just a little extra memory can make all the difference. Or 1 extra Yuji can make all the difference. This is why I'm playing 4 Yujis, where I can constantly get it set up, have my Ouryumon, have my Alphamons, get the draws going. So if you like it, give it a try. Let me know what you think, what changes you would like to do. Yeah, comment your thoughts.